Well, I'm a survivor of childhood trauma, and I was homeless at age 15. I've been on a self-destruction path of overdosing and self-harming, and also domestic violence relationships, and I've ended up with mental health issues. It's had a massive impact on my life when the GP sends me to go for a smear test. I can't go for a smear test because that'll trigger my childhood trauma. I can't grow my hair because if my hair gets to a certain length, that triggers when they used to run their fingers through my hair, so that's a massive trigger for me. Different people have different triggers, like smells and environments, or if somebody shouts. I received no support at all because when it happened to me, it wasn't talked about. I felt let down, alone, isolated, and that's when I ended up running away from home, sleeping on the streets when I was 15-year-old. Police picked me up and took me to a women's hostel, and then into that I met a bloke and then ended up in domestic violence. I personally think that there needs to be more support, and if people who are going through domestic violence or experiencing childhood trauma, I think they need to find the courage and take the first step and reach out and tell somebody you trust, because now there is help out there and there is support. Don't struggle in silence. I know it takes courage, but you need to reach out. Prior to me joining the Violence Reduction Board, I felt like I wasn't being listened to. And with my life experience, I can guide services where changes need to be made, and also express to them what impact it has on people who've gone through trauma and domestic violence, and to look out for the triggers and not just mask the problem with medication. To me, it's like putting a sticky plaster on it. You won't put a sticky plaster on an open wound what needed stitching up. They need to fast track people through services who's going through domestic violence or childhood trauma, and I think there needs to be massive changes with CPS. I think the CPS need to take on board what we've gone through. The professionals are now wanting to talk to me, and they're listening to me, and they're taking on board what I'm saying, and we're in process of having a meeting for setting a survivor support group up in Wakefield. I personally think that this journey will never be over, because through childhood trauma and domestic violence, if you hear a noise or a bang, and it could trigger you and you could be scared. But it's through my journey, what it's taught me is to speak for others and encourage others to speak out and ask for help and connect together and create change. I've written 3 poetry books and had them published, and all money went to charity, because to me it's never been about money, because you can't put a price tag on a person's life. And if them books saves one person's life, then that's what matters to me. It gets out how I'm feeling and gets my emotions out, but yet it connects with other people and gives them the courage to connect with me, and then they've got strength to reach out and then connect to me where they're being failed by services, and then I can pass this information on when I'm on Violence Reduction Board to professionals, so they can fill these gaps where people are being let down. One voice, our voice, so I speak, and I speak for the other survivors of childhood trauma and domestic violence, and we've all got a voice. We need to speak out and we need to reach out. If I show a piece of art or read a poem, they can connect with a piece of artwork or poem and feel, well, I feel like that, and if Don can do it and reach out and ask for help and give other people a voice who haven't got a voice, then I've got the strength to do it as well. Survivors reaching out to others, many friendships built around the world. We are warriors. rising from the ashes, to make a difference for those who can be saved, to make a change, encouraging others to reach out. Our inbox is always open, a listening ear, a shoulder to lean on. Always count on us to never let you down. Let's find strength from within. Stand as one, united. As one we can make a difference, make a change. Our story can give others the courage to speak out, to be brave. Don't struggle alone. We are all here, together as one.